Hi guys, welcome to Into the Void real review of Pearl. Pearl, let me tell you, was crazy. I really enjoyed this film. It was great. I just want to tell you that I'm going to be going into spoilers because I just feel like this film, you can't really explain it too well without going into spoilers. You have to really go into the details. So, just a warning, there will be spoilers, so proceed with caution. All right, so Pearl is set in 1918 in Texas, and it stars Mia Goth. She plays a young woman living with her German immigrant parents on their Texas homestead, while her husband Howard is serving in World War One. Pearl must take care of her paralyzed father while being constantly reprimanded by her mother to adhere to her duties to the family farm and her disabled father. Pearl wants to be a movie star and escape her domestic life of drudgery. She fantasizes daily so incessantly that any interruptions in her dreams cause her to devolve into a murderous rage. These acts of rage start with the killing of innocent animals and soon move on to more grisly acts of violence. The film soon spirals into madness as Pearl loses her mind. Rejection, jealousy, and abandonment issues all plague poor Pearl as she realizes her dream of being a film star is dying right before her eyes. Pearl, right from the beginning, is visually striking. Your eyes are bombarded by the Technicolor pop, reminiscent of the films of the golden age of Hollywood, like Gone with the Wind and Wizard of Oz.
Sir, you are no gentleman.
And you, miss, are no lady.
You fully expect Pearl to burst out into song right before feeding a goose to an alligator. That literally happens in the opening credits, complete with Hollywood-style title card. It's like Mary Poppins, the movie, copulated with the movie Rosemary's Baby. I haven't seen Rosemary's Baby, but I know it's a horror film set around the same time period.
You stupid bitch! You filthy slut! Did you fuck with me?
Either way, the visuals and tone of this movie make their mark indelibly. Then there's the splintered psyche that you explore through Mia Goth's performance as Pearl. You can feel that Pearl wants to be a good person, but cannot bear to fight her inner angst towards her decrepit dad and domineering mother. Then she pines for her husband, who has gone off to fight in World War I, hoping he comes back and whisk her away from the drudgery of her farm life. Then she falls for a charming projectionist, then quickly admonishes herself as being married after making love to a scarecrow bearing his face. Nonetheless, she continues to do the deed. With time, you see the cracks form in Pearl's facade, and when Pearl's mother learns that she plans audition for the girl traveling dance troupe, everything goes south for poor young Pearl. Mom gets torched like a marshmallow at a campfire. Pearl throws her down the stairs like yesterday's news and tries to move on like everything is normal. But she finds out that normal is no longer possible. Once people find out about her indiscretions, more people die. By the end, you feel Pearl's exhaustion when she goes into an extended speech, spilling the beans to her friend Mitzi about all the deaths she has dealt over a course of a few days. Crickets can be heard after the speech, literally.
I know what I've done. Bad things. Terrible, awful, murderous things. I want to be loved from as many people as possible. But truth is, I'm not really a good person.
What?
Mitzi tries to leave after hearing this information and telling Pearl after much coercing that she earned a place on the traveling dance troupe herself. That's a big mistake. Pearl, who failed the audition miserably, becomes jealous and paranoid that Mitzi will tell someone about her murderous rampage. You wouldn't be wrong if you thought Mitzi's next up on the chopping block. Pearl proceeds to run down poor Mitzi with axe in hand, killing her after she fails to run away. Who knew she would get axed here and not at the audition? Feta, the alligator, yes, it has a name, gets fed Mitzi, who's still digesting projectionist a la mode from an earlier meal. To close the film, Pearl tries to make nice with the family by going down to the basement and hugging her dead mother. After that, she sets the table and brings her dead parents a maggot-infested roast pig left days earlier by Mitzi's well-meaning mother. During what equates for an epilogue, her husband comes home to find the heinous scene in the dining room. Pearl walks in to greet him with a creepy smiley face that becomes more and more pain as the camera zooms closer and closer to her face as ending title cards appear. I think this is a unique film, carried by an exceptional performance by Mia Goth. I was mesmerized by her psychological portrayal of the fragmented mind of Pearl, which eventually breaks like water breaking through a dam. You feel her pain because you can relate to it, even though you may not go to the extreme she does. By the end, she's trapped into never being able to go back to the way things used to be. You feel that tragedy through Mia's pained expression at the end credits. Mia's performance and the technicolor look of this film, coupled with the sadistic tone, gives you something fresh in the world of horror. This made me want to check out X, the sequel to this film, even more since I missed it earlier in the year. I hear another film is in the works, titled Maxine. Max as triple X-ine. I can't wait to check that out when it releases. Pearl gets a 9 out of 10 from me. I hope you enjoyed this Into the Void real review. See you again when we venture into the void.